Okay everybody, it's been a while, so let's do an update on this little project I've got here. Okay, so what I basically have done is I installed 8 rock lights in various locations at the front of Barney the Hellcat, and then I bought another kit of 8 which I'm going to put towards the back and the interior of my car. Let's do an overview of what I've done so far. All right, Barney the Hellcat, looking good. And also, you may have noticed, if I can see here, I've got Barney up on quick jacks. My lovely wife bought me some quick jacks for Christmas. You gotta love that. They hold Barney the Hellcat up nicely, and I've got him up just high enough so I can work on the car on the inside and also work underneath the car as well. I'm going to put some rock lights up here. This pillow is here because my son is working on the old Camaro. He's installing some 3-point seat belts in the old Camaro. So that's going to make this car a lot safer. Okay, let's review. Where do I have the rock lights? Well, you know, I can't even remember, so I think I'll just get them lit up and then I will be able to find them. So this is all run by an app on your smartphone. Let's see, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, connecting. It's connected. Okay, so as you can see on this app, you can change the brightness, you can make it flash, and you can pick all these different colors. So currently, I've picked green, and there we go, green. So I have got a number of lights here. I've got a light in the hood, and that shines down on the top of the supercharger cover, gives a nice little color there. I have a light right in the front, which is right there, right here, and that lights up the front of the motor, a nice green glow currently right now. Let's change that. I'm going to change that kind of like purple. Yeah. Okay, we have a purple glow in the front of this beautiful Hemi. And where are the rest of my lights? Well, that's 1, 2 lights, and there's 3 and 4 right here. 3 and 4 just mounted right underneath here. And that comes through the front grille just like so. And normally when you're standing up about this height, you cannot see the lights, you just see the color. And then a little lower down, we got 2 more lights that are hidden, and you can just see them reflecting off of the radiators. And that comes right out, and it also comes down to the floor where you can see the lights coming through at the bottom of the Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where's the other 2 lights? There's 8 in a package, and they're right here. There we go. Right inside the front wheel wells, you've got lights that light up the tires here. Now those don't show too much when the car is actually on the ground, but I put them in there, and we got this one on this side. Okay, there it is. Now let's turn off the lights and see what this looks like in the dark. There we go. Can you see that? That looks pretty good. That looks pretty darn good. So that's just the start. I've done the whole front of the car. Also, you can change it to flashing to different lights, as you can see. And you got the red glow. And the police car look. There you go. You got to be careful when you use this one. That kind of makes it look a bit like a police car flashing strobe lights. Yeah. Anyway, so it's great. You can change the flash rate really fast. Oh, that might give you a... You can get it going really You can get it flashing really fast, and of course that might cause some sort of seizure, so we'll bring that back down. A little bit down further. All right, so the next step, oh, and also I did install the lights for the rear. You can see them right up there. Now they're not connected to that particular module. They're going to be connected to another module that I've bought, and I'm going to have another 8 lights. So my next step is to install the lights inside the interior. So I'll have footwell lights that I can change the color of. So one here, passenger side, the rear seats, of course, and then I'd have the 2 wheel well lights at the back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more lights are going to be underneath here at the back bumper, and I think it'll look pretty good. Okay, so those are all the lights, and the wiring and the control module for the lighting is right here. There's your control module, and a lot of extra wire, and I just got this all bundled up right in here. And it doesn't look too good, but when you have my leg maker cover in place, like so, you can't see any of that. You can't see any of that, and so it looks pretty neat. And all the rest of the wires are hidden under plastic, going down the side over here. So I've tried to keep it as neat as possible in the front here. Okay, here's a situation in the trunk of Barney the Hellcat. I've got the trunk cover removed, so you can see all the wiring. You can see the battery is on the right side rear, and I've removed the cover off of the positive. So this is where I'm going to connect up my controller for the rock lights. Positive there, and there's a negative right there. And this is the controller itself. It's very simple, positive, negative, and you're connected to power. The only thing about connecting it to the battery, of course, is that you have to remember to turn it off from the app, because it won't turn off with the key. So you have to remember that. It might drain for a while. I do think that it turns off by itself automatically after a while, but I'm not sure. And these are where your connections are for each rock light. Each rock light must be run back to here in the trunk for this to work. And so we got 8 of these, and I've measured the length of these wires that come from the rock lights, and I believe they're 8 feet long, but I could be wrong. Let's measure. Okay, I just measured the length of the cable from the rock light to the end is 10 feet long. 10 feet long. So that's long enough to go almost anywhere in a car, and it's certainly going to be long enough for me in Barney the Hellcat. So for the back of the car, these rock lights are going to go to underneath the rear bumper. That's one of my spots I'm going to work on first. I'm going to attach it, I believe, right here, and then run the cable up beside the exhaust pipe. The only thing I'm worried about is, will it touch the exhaust, and will it be able to take the heat of this area? And then I'm going to run it through and into the trunk compartment. That will be in a hole that's behind this plastic cover. So it's got to come up here, go through a hole, then it can get into the trunk area. I'll show you to you how I do that. And one of the reasons why I'm going to install a couple of rock lights right behind the rear bumper here is because I believe that when I'm doing a burnout, say at the drag strip or whatever, that the light is going to shine into the tire smoke and create a interesting effect. I could be wrong about that. Only time will tell if that actually works. But anyway, I want to put 2 rock lights right underneath the bumper. Okay. All right, I've got my beautiful wheel removed. You can see the beautiful Brembo brakes on the rear of the Hellcat. This is why this car is awesome. This is why it stops so fantastic despite its gigantic weight. And this is the kind of equipment that you put on a car that can go over 200 miles per hour. There you go. Okay, enough bragging. Now, I'm going to take off this plastic. To do that, I'm going to use this plastic pry tool, specifically this part of it, which makes it easy to pry up all these little plastic buttons without wrecking them, because you got to reuse them, of course. So you just go and take these off like that. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go, just like that. Okay, we got the plastic off, and you can see the inside of the whole wheel well exposed. And here we have a rubber grommet that goes into the trunk area. And as you can see, I put a little slit in there. Put a little slit right there to run my rock light, which just then mounts up to the fender liner. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my cord right through there, and then run it down, and then to the back trunk area. As I've said before, I'm going to mount this rock light right about right here. And then I've got to run the cable around the exhaust. That's where it could be difficult to get into the wheel well. Okay, first I'm going to loosen off this piece. Got some rocks in there. I'm going to loosen off this piece with 10mm bolts right here and here and here and here, so on and so forth. Then I should be able to move this plastic out, and then I'll take it off, drill a couple holes, and mount the rock light right there. Next step is to mount the rock light, and for that I need to drill 2 holes right about there. Okay, this is what comes for each rock light in the kit. This is the mounting hardware. You've got a flat, very flexible, rubbery type of pad. That's what I'm going to use. It allows the cord to come out down the side, out the back. And you got 2 mounting holes. These are the screws. This is a round one to go around a pipe or something else. I'm not going to use that. So this is the mounting hardware. You've got Allen head bolt, small nuts, and the nuts are 7mm, and you use a 3mm Allen wrench for this. Okay, I drilled my 2 small holes in the plastic, and as you can see, I've got it mounted on one side, and got my rubber that'll give it shock protection. Got my rubber base, and the wire comes out the side, and there you go. Just got to put one more bolt in, and this side is done. All right, so the both rear bumper rock lights are installed. One over here bolted in, and one over there. For the driver's footwell rock light, we're going to mount it on this piece right here. This piece just fits right up here. Let's see if I can demonstrate where it goes. Yeah, it just fits right up. How does it fit? Yeah, right like that. That's where it's going to fit. So we're going to have the rock light right up in there, and that should look pretty darn good, I think. I think it will. Doing this quick and dirty, quick and dirty. Okay. Quick and dirty. Got to get that through the rubber. Got to get it through the rubber and then through the hole. And there we go. It's through the hole, just like that. And we need a washer and we need a nut. Okay, those are installed, kind of. And now we just put it back. Okay, now we're just installing it somewhat easily, somewhat difficulty, with some, okay, and here we go. Okay, there we go. Now the wire does come out here, but I don't think that's going to interfere with anything. Nope, should be fine. Okay, so the cable is going to come like this and then route down and will be completely covered by the door sill. Anyway, I'll turn it on and we'll see what it looks like. There we go. Okay, let's stop the strobe. Let's just have a solid color. There we go. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's going to be nice. I like that. Okay, so the first one's done. Now let's carry on. Okay, I'm in the passenger footwell area now, and I've moved the driver's seat all the way forward, and I think this is going to be pretty easy because what I discovered, I guess you can't see, let's see. What I discovered was that there's these two straps that are holding on the bottom of the seat and folding it inward to cover up all the mechanism. You've got these two straps, and I am going to attach my rock light to these straps with zap straps, and then have the cord go down. Let's see if you can see. Let's see. Have the cord go down. There's a carpet edge right here, and we'll just go and run the wires all the way along the side to the sill. Now the passenger side is going to be very much like the driver's side, so I'm not going to go into any great detail, except that on this side, the passenger side, there's a panel that goes across the entire bottom of the dash here. So I'm just removing the clips here to expose it. That'll be enough for me to put my my rock light right here, and then just push it back up, and the rest of it will be the same, just putting the wires down the sills, and there you go. Okay, the passenger side is all done. You can see our light up there. Or can you? Well, maybe you can't. I'll turn it on. Here we go. There we go. There's our light. You can see what that looks like in the footwell. That's quite nice. And I got the trim all back on. And this is what the rear footwell area is going to look like. Here we go. We got our light over there. Our light on the driver's side. All the trim is back into position. Quite nice. Got our light in the wheel well, and of course we have our under bumper lights as well. All right, it's dark out now, so I want to see what these rock lights look like in the dark. So we'll open up the app first. Connecting, please wait. Okay. And we got our green lights. There you go. That's what it looks like. That is what it looks like. All right. It does show up pretty good in the dark, as you can see. Very nice. And let's give this a try. Sort of a police car look, you might say. Let's see. That's kind of cool. Or just back to green. And you can see we got green on the floor. There we go. We've got it on the back here too. That's pretty cool. And of course, with the hood open, you can see the magnificent Hemi supercharger. Fantastic. Wow, that really shows off the whole engine. There we go. That's looking good. All right, everybody, that's how you install rock lights in a Hellcat. And I think it looks pretty awesome, if I do say so myself, which I just did. Anyway, thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time.